At first glance, Kenya is everything you would expect from an African country. Majestic scenery, adventurous safaris, tribal cultures, community festivals, music, and dance. But beyond all the wonder and fascination exists a harsh reality that is life on the African continent. Repercussions from violence after the 2007 presidential elections are still evident.
The declaration of the presidential results created violence based on tribal groupings. One family rising against another family, and people destroyed property, and at the end of the day, 650,000 people were displaced from their homes. So as a church movement, we did not want to just sit back and preach without responding to the physical needs of these very families.
Houses of Hope came as a result of the election violence that happened in Kenya, and many people who came back to home happened to find no home. And there was a decision that we help these people build a house. Our target is to build 1,000 houses. It is all done in a day. From the morning, in the evening, the house is dedicated and they move in. They spend a night in that new house.
We give priorities to widows who have lost their loved ones for whatever reason and have leaking roofs on their heads, and probably some children living under a tree with a mother. So those are the people we would want to target and provide assistance to. And number two is orphans. We have families that are being run by very young children, but because they are the elderly in those families, now they have a family structure to take care of. So those are the people that we target. We don't just provide houses. We would want to share the love of Christ, that regardless of the situation they live in at the moment, there is hope of a better future in the kingdom to come.
Everything but the tin and the nails is found on site, and the posts for the corners and the sticks and the mud is something that's all here. And when we arrive here in the morning, 9 or 10 o'clock, and usually by 4 o'clock in the evening, we're finished with the home and ready to do a dedication.
Who goes with you, and he will not leave you nor forsake you.
We want to show her Jesus' love.
These houses cost $400 to build. The $400 go towards buying materials. We buy iron sheets, we buy nails, and we also pay 2 skilled builders.
When we come to a community like this, we gather people around and ask them to give us one person amongst them all who is the most needy. And once they then identify this, they would want to rally behind such a project to its completion.
Remember, the community comes together and they are part of this hope. They put the walls, the posts, they dig them, they also help with the labor, they carry materials, and that is why it is a community home.
The homeowners are in great need of a new home. Many have thatched roofs which leak. Water, rain comes in and there's mud on the floor, and a lot of times the children or family sleeps in the mud, or the mud on the outside is deteriorating because of rain, so there's a great need.
This house, this is too much of windy, you cannot cook. When the rain comes, comes inside the wind also operating the house, so there's nothing you can do. It's better than nothing, but it's not good with kids inside and visitors. So it's it's very hard. And I'm much grateful what has happened in my place. I think I did not know that it will happen, but with God everything's possible. Yes. And may God help you to help some other people like me. Very happy.
This is a project that's so exciting because God's at work in Kenya. It's a lot more than just building homes. We're joining in with the Kenyan Baptist in planting churches, and we're seeing that happen in different villages where homes have already been built.
To us as a Baptist Convention of Kenya, this is a church planting strategy. One of the agreements is, would you allow us to use your house for 12 weeks to do a Bible study in the house, and during that time they bring their relatives, their friends and their neighbors in the house, and we send a pastor in that new house who do a Bible study with them, so that this is going to be a church, and we believe that they will overflow to reach other people who have not accepted the Lord. There are 8 Baptist churches that have come out of the Houses of Hope groups.
We don't just build a house. We would want that house to be the house of the Lord, where each and every Sunday the community gather around to preach and share and hear the word of Jesus Christ.
It's an opportunity to come to help someone who desperately needs a house, but also share the gospel, and that's the most important thing for us.
We are going to make a difference by the giving that you do. If you cannot come, please be able to assist one person to come and work with us here. If you cannot assist one person, please join hands, 2 or 3 of you, to come up with $400 to make sure that one house is built in Kenya, and help us change lives and help us plant churches the Houses of Hope way.